Hey pals, welcome back to the Disney Magical Mindset Podcast. My name is Ruben, your Disney Magic mentor, and I'm here to remind you every single week that the magic isn't reserved for Main Street or the fireworks. As much as we love it, and I love it, and it's the best to be there, but I'm here to always encourage you and remind you that the magic, it's inside you. Even on the days when it feels buried under stress and life and whatever chaos rode in on Matterhorn or Space Mountain or Thunder Mountain, today I want to talk about something that messes with every single one of us. I know this for a fact because I know what it's like. I've been in this mode before. I've experienced what I'm about to share with you right now. And that is this struggle, the challenge of being stuck on rewind or trapped on fast forward. You ever feel that way before? And then you wonder why you can't feel any joy in the moment that you're actually living. It's like we wonder, why can't we get to this place where we're living our happily ever after and we're living in the joy of the moment? But I'm telling you, it's hard to do that when you're stuck in rewind or fast forward. So if you're ready to learn how to break free from that, then let's do this. Are you ready? Because here we go. Let's start with rewind. That's the place where so many people live without even realizing it. Again, I'm not telling you anything that I've not experienced myself. And at times, it still pops up, right? Like it's like one of these things that we have to always be mindful of. You know, the rewind, replaying old mistakes, reliving old failures, rehearsing old conversations you still haven't forgiven yourself for. And the wild thing is that you can't even rewrite the past. You know what I'm sharing with you right now? It's like we are attempting to do something that is impossible. You can't rewrite the past. And so why should we spend time focusing on something that we can't even rewrite to begin with? You can't go back. And so wasting my time and energy on something that I can't even rewrite from the past anyway, like I can't go back. That script is done. That movie has come and gone. That chapter has turned a new page. And you can't rewrite the past, but it will gladly rewrite you if you let it. It will. And listen, the happiest people I know don't live out of their past histories. You know some people that are the happiest people. And I guarantee you the reason why they are happy or they exude joy and happiness, I can promise you, they're not living in their past. They understand that they can't control what has happened to them or what has gone on in the past. They can't rewrite that script from the past, but what they do is they understand that they have today to begin to write a new story. That they have today to begin to make some changes so that the next chapter can be the best chapter. The happiest people in life don't live out of their past histories. You know where they live? They live in the present. They live out of their imaginations. They live out of their dreams. They live out of the sense of what's possible. And nobody modeled that better than Walt Disney. I mean, if that man had lived in rewind mode, my hero, your hero, can you imagine if he lived in rewind mode? Forget it. There'd be no Mickey, no Snow White, no Disneyland, no orange groves turning into a kingdom of imagination. Walt had every excuse to let his past define him. Bankruptcy, betrayal, losing Aldwall, the struggles, the setbacks, the challenges, the difficulties, the haters, like all of that. But he refused to let yesterday own him. He dared to keep imagining forward. And I'm telling you, that's the happy people. They imagine forward. And that magic, isn't that powerful? Became the magic for millions of us. Because he imagined forward, that became magic for all of us who get to experience the joy of Disney in a Disney park today. So here's what you got to get today. Here's what I have to understand, all of us, like we're in this together, right? If you or me stay stuck in the past, guess what happens? We can't step into our future. That happily ever after that's waiting for you, guess what? You can't get there by staying stuck in rewind because it'll continue to keep you back instead of fulfilling your purpose moving forward. And you can't really enjoy your present when you're stuck in the past. Rewind is a trap, friends. And it will always steal today right out from under you. It will always do it. It's just a trap. It's a trap that keeps you stuck. But you are so important. Your life is so amazing. You've got this one amazing life to live, right? And we can't live that being stuck in the past. And so I want to encourage you that if you're there, remember you're stepping into something that isn't even supposed to be where you're at today. Like it's an impossible thing to stay in a place where you are not supposed to be. And so you and me together, come on, we can do this. We've got to break out of the rewind because if we don't, we will keep remembering all the stuff that keeps us from going forward, stepping in to that happily ever after. And today's the day that you and me, as much as I think about VHS, remember Be Kind, Rewind? Yeah. All right, we're going to rewind and now we're going to step out. Yeah, that's it. Like, that rewind button is done. You don't even have to deal with that anymore. Yes, every now and then it's good to go back and remember where you came from. So if you're going to look back, let it be a reminder of where you came from and how awesome you are today and everything that you've accomplished because you refuse to stay stuck back there. Woo! All right. Okay. So let's jump to the fast forward trap now. So we talked about the rewind. Let's talk about fast forward, the fast forward button, because that's another button that we have to lay off of as well. And this is that fast forward button, that trap where most of our anxiety and worry lives. And again, I know this all too well. I tend to be somebody, and I've grown, thankfully, where I think about something that's like far ahead. Or like I used to struggle a lot with worry and anxiety about tomorrow, about something that hadn't even happened yet. And I'm sure some of you know this all too well. Like that fast forward space, that button, the what if space, the imaginary disasters, the late night doom scroll we call planning, even though it's really just fear wearing a badge. And here's where the research comes in. It's very powerful, and I appreciate this. People who have done the work, the study, and honestly, it's almost, I don't know I wouldn't say funny, but how much it's kind of sad, actually. Like how much we torture ourselves thinking about stuff that hasn't even happened yet. The things like tomorrow, in the future. At Penn State, researchers, this is what I read. I thought it was so powerful. I want to share with you. Researchers told people, hey, write down everything you're worried about and then track what actually happens in the next 30 days. So at Penn State University, researchers came together and they did a study and they asked people there to write down everything that they were worried about. And then they wanted them to track what actually happened in the next 30 days. And here's what they found. You ready for it? Here's what they found. This is powerful. Don't miss this. I need you to lean into this one because this is something that will set you free, that will help you live in the present today instead of worrying about tomorrow. And here's what they discovered. 91% of the things people worried about never happened. Let me say that again. 91%. 91% of the things people worried about never came true. Oh, my goodness. And the other 9%, guess what? Almost all of those were easier to handle than expected. Or it taught the person something valuable. And so here we are making something bigger than it really is and worried about something that doesn't even happen. And then when it does happen, we're actually like, well, it wasn't that bad. And we learn and we grow and we find value from it because it makes us stronger and it adds to our story, our narrative, our happily ever after that makes it that much sweeter. So in other words, less than 10% of what you're worried about, it will happen. It can happen. It may happen. But worrying will rob you of peace 100% of the time. And I'm not about to allow the peace that I desire so much in my life be hijacked by the 10% that may or may not even happen. And not only that, 91% of the things that I'm worried about will never happen. So like, I was never good at math, okay? I'm not ashamed to say it. But this is the kind of math I understand. Like the equation that I get, and I hope that you understand today, is that we're often worrying about things that will never happen. And even when it does, you find that you grow, that it's not as bad as you thought, and you're stronger because of it. So the things that you are worried about, guess what? They might never happen. And even when they do happen, you discover that it's not as bad as you thought. And this is the kicker. This is the thing that like we don't see in the moment. They might happen and actually make you better and me better. Either way, the fear isn't worth the cost of your peace. And so I want to encourage you with this truth today. That all we have is today. We've got to live life to the fullest today because the real truth is tomorrow is not even promised. We're not even there. We don't even know if we're going to make tomorrow. That's the beauty of life. And that's this gift that we have of life. It's like, I want to live life to the fullest today. I want to love with everything I've got today. I want to follow my dreams and pursue with everything I have today, right now, because tomorrow, I don't even know if I'm going to see it. And so why am I going to spend time worrying about something that one may not even happen, but another, it's not even there. And I might not even get there because all I have is today. So I want to live today. That's how you live the magic, my friends. That's how you live the magic in the moment. You're not searching for joy in the past because it's not there. You're not trying to wait for it in the future. Yeah, it's coming. But what you realize is if I'm staying stuck in those places, in the button of rewind and in the button of fast forward, I can never truly fully experience the magic that's in my life today. And so many of you are missing the magic. You're missing what's in front of you because you're either thinking about the past, you're stuck in the past, or you're worried about the future. And so you lose out on what it's really like to see it today. And I want that for you. I want that for us, for me. Like I want to get to that place. I want you to get to the place where you're able to live in the moment, in the present, and just embrace all the magic that's here today. I promise if you look, you will find it. You will. Now, thank you. Thanks for hanging in there with me. I just get so excited because I love this idea of finding the joy today. I love, and again, I'm only speaking from experience because I've been stuck in the past and I've been stuck in the future, in the fast forward, and it's just not a place to be. So let's get uncomfortable for a second. Is that okay? I'm here to always just lift you up and encourage you, but I want to say this because this part matters. The most important conversations you'll ever have, you know what they are? The ones you're having with yourself. Yeah. And you know exactly what I mean. You wake up with that voice. You walk around with it. You hear it in line for Pirates when you're on Pirates, or when you're waiting in line at Space Mountain. It's that voice. You hear it in traffic. You hear it brushing your teeth. You go to bed with it. And eventually you start acting on what that voice says, whether it's true or not. Because I've said this before and I'll say it again. You are always moving in the direction of your strongest thoughts. It's that voice. The voice, if it's the voice that is stuck in rewind, guess what? You live guilty. You're just constantly living with this shame and regret, right? And it's just no place to be. But if that voice is stuck on fast forward, guess what? You live afraid. You live worried. You live wondering and thinking like the worst, right? But when that voice stays in the moment, guess what happens? When you learn to live, with that mindset that is here in the moment, guess what happens with that voice, right? You live awake. You live present. You actually live with this life. You live with this magic that no one can take away, because now you are embracing this moment and everything that you know you can control, which is right now, which is your response today. It's not tomorrow. It's not yesterday. Those things you can't control. So we have to stop trying to do something that's impossible anyway. We can't control the past. We can't control the future. All we have is today, is this moment. That's what you can control, right? This is why I love talking about this Disney magical mindset, because it matters. This is why gratitude matters. This is why slowing down, I just had to try and get you to hear slowing down and see. This is why it matters. Even at a place like Disneyland or Walt Disney World, where everything is designed to move you forward. Because I'm telling you, it's hard to feel the magic if you're not actually living in the moment you're standing in. Yeah. So, my friends, here's your reset. Here's your reminder, your invitation. Okay? I'm sharing this with you because I deeply care about you, and I want you to live life to the fullest. That I want to remind you, yesterday doesn't own you. Tomorrow isn't even here. Today is where the magic actually lives. Your joy isn't in the mistakes behind you. And I had to learn that one, because every now and then that voice from the past wants to remind me of my mistakes. And yeah, I have to remind that the voice from the past is like, hey, we're done. We can't go back there. All I have is today. So I get it, right? But again, your joy isn't in the mistakes behind you. Your joy isn't in the fears ahead of you, because again, like we've been saying, they're not even here. And they may never happen. And chances are they won't, based on the statistics that I shared with you today. Your joy, your magic, your pixie dust is in the moment you're standing in today. It's right now. Don't miss it. Don't miss the beauty that's in front of you, the magic that surrounds you. It's today. It's in this moment. It's this breath, this step, this Main Street, this cup of coffee, this laugh with your kid, this vacation you're taking, this lesson you're learning right now. I want you to look up. I want you to breathe. Don't miss what's already yours. And Walt, he said Disneyland will never be completed. It will continue to grow as long as there's imagination left in the world. And that's not just a line about a theme park. It's actually a whole way of living. That's why I love bringing out these magical principles, because it's so true. It's not just about a theme park. It's about life. You are not completed, right? That's why we keep writing chapters. That's why we don't live in the past, because we're not completed. You are still growing. And as long as there's imagination left in you, guess what? There's hope left in today, in you, right? Because the happiest people in life don't operate out of their past histories. They operate out of their imaginations and dreams. They don't live back there. It's today. So remember, rewind can't hold you. Fast forward can't scare you, because the only moment you actually get to live in, the only moment you're guaranteed, the only place where the magic is fully experienced is this one today. And there is magic here. Always. Always. Listen, friends, if this episode hit home, can you do me a favor? Would you share it with someone who might be living in rewind or drowning in fast forward? And make sure you're ready for next week's episode. I got something special coming that's going to help you step even deeper into your own happiest place on earth. So until then, keep dreaming, keep believing, and remember always, you are the magic, because the magic is in you.